Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Widiasti Aprianti and my NPM number 202112500738. I'm from class R4B and now I wanna talking about my experience in teaching. The first teaching experience I had was when I was in senior high school. I study at a boarding school located in Bogor. In the final class exam, students will be tested on their teaching skills, and the target students we will teach our junior high school students, namely our juniors. To determine the material that we will bring, we will be randomly selected by the examiner. These materials include mutola'ah, and this lesson contains a collection of inspirational stories in Arabic language. Usually, this lesson is delivered with techniques such as storytelling. And the next material is English. Then there is Nahu. Nahu, it seems like English grammar, but this is the Arabic language version. Then there are beautiful and inspiring Arabic mahfuzot or proverbs, and the last material is fiqh, which studies about Islamic law. So from the material that I mentioned before, we will be asked to bring one material. I was chosen to present mutola'ah material, and I will teach a second grade junior high school student. Of course, I bring these lessons using the storytelling technique so that the students I teach don't feel bored if I just explain in an ordinary way about the story from the Mutola'ah lesson. We are asked to teach according to the procedure. So before that, we have to make an that or like a lesson plan and preparation. We are also asked to bring material as creatively as possible. At that time, I was related to presenting mutola'ah material or storytelling, so I brought things related to the story that I was going to present. The supporting property that I brought at that time was stones, water in bottles, and also money, because in my material there will be parables, so I brought props so that students will better understand what story I was presenting. I also prepare some rewards for the student I teach so they can be enthusiastic and active in class. And it's really worked. Even though my reward was not much, just a star-shaped cardboard that I wrote motivational sentences on it. But they were very enthusiastic when I asked them questions about the material that I brought. And it really makes me happy to know that they are so enthusiastic. Then for the teaching exam assessment system, it made me very nervous. We were divided into groups where one group consisted of 7 to 8 people. And when we're presenting our material, our friends will correct and pay attention to the way we teach from the back of the class, such as whether there is something wrong with our teaching techniques and so on. Moreover, at that time, I also got a very senior examiner. He is the deputy leader of my boarding school. Even though I was nervous, but Alhamdulillah, I was able to pass the teaching exam, and I'm also very happy because I was able to get a very extraordinary experience that I will never forget it. The knowledge will also be very useful because I am now majoring in education, so I already have a little idea of how the teaching process, what needs to be prepared, and what teaching techniques we want to do. Then recently I was also actively participating in a volunteer help by BEM FBS Unindra and this event called Abdimas. This activity was in the form of teaching at several RPTRAs closest to the campus. This is the second time I've had teaching experience after the teaching exam that I took at school. In the past, teaching or being a teacher was something that I was afraid of because I wasn't good at explaining things to others. But over time, I realized that teaching children makes me happy too, especially when I see them so enthusiastic about learning. But until now, the fear is still there, but not really as afraid as before. And in my opinion, the teacher's task is indeed not easy. We will be required to think about how to make the children enthusiastic and understand about the material that we will present. So the solution is indeed that we occasionally have to be able to prepare some relaxing games or a little rewards so that the children can be active and enthusiastic in learning. Okay, maybe just this about my experience in teaching. And the last I say you, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.